Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Monday the 2nd of May 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon we bring you the 5 news items that happened today that you need to know about. Let's jump into it. Story number 1. The S&P ASX 200 finished the day down 1.2% to 7,347 points. Of course, this followed the massive sell-off on Wall Street over the weekend. Starting with the travel and tourism stocks, that's the good news. Qantas's share price jumped nearly 3% after announcing it will be profitable this half year and also saying it's put on order 52 new planes. All those long queues over Easter filled the Qantas coffers and cash is flowing again. It's great news for shareholders. It certainly helped other companies in the sector as well. Flight Centre closed up 1.8% today and Webjet was 1.1% higher. Travel group Helloworld announced that total transaction value was up 60% for the March quarter. Its share price jumped 2.6%. But away from the travel stocks, there were some really big falls across different sectors. Industrial property group Goodman fell more than 7% and software player WiseTech Global was off 7.3%. Xero tumbled 6.6%, REA fell 3.5%, while James Hardie Industries, QBE Insurance and Macquarie Group all fell around 2%. Story number 2, the country's biggest investor, the Future Fund, which manages $249 billion of our money, recorded a 1.5% loss for the 3 months to March. Chair Peter Costello warned that investors should expect lower returns than in the past, blaming rising interest rates and geopolitical tensions. While the monthly return wasn't great, over the past year, the Future Funds posted a near 12% return. Now that compares to its target of just over 9%. Over the past decade, it's averaged an annual return of around 10% compared to its target of a little over 6%. That's a pretty good effort. Story number 3. AGL Energy has downgraded its earnings and profit guidance for the 2022 financial year on the back of the closure of the Loy Yang A power station in Victoria. Remember, the station broke down last month and it's likely to be offline until August, costing AGL up to $100 million. The energy group, which earlier in the year rejected a takeover bid led by billionaire Mike Cannon-Brookes, is scheduled to give shareholders a vote on its demerger program on June 15. Any earnings shocks like the one today certainly won't help that cause. Story number 4. Financial watchdog Austrac said it's accepted an enforceable undertaking from National Australia Bank to improve its compliance with Australia's anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing laws. It follows an Austrac investigation which identified concerns about NAB's systems, controls and processes. Austrac said that National Australia Bank will implement a remedial action plan which will see improvements to its systems, controls and record keeping, but it won't have to pay a fine. And story number 5, China is in slowdown mode as the COVID zero tolerance policy hits the world's second largest economy. Figures show that the manufacturing and services sectors have fallen to their lowest activity levels in more than 2 years, and that was back at the beginning of the pandemic. Major delays in the delivery of manufactured goods are now expected around the globe. But President Xi Jinping has reiterated he expects the Chinese economy to grow at 5.5% this year, something which economists believe is impossible if the zero tolerance policy remains, because of course that means shutdowns. Something's got to give here, the policy or the economy. That's it for the afternoon report for Monday the 2nd of May 2022. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning for the Tuesday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.